moment flowing at 10,000 barrels per day at a pressure of 2,000 pounds per square inch.
Let's save the technical jargon for your report. Estimated yield.
It's not that easy to predict on our present prices.
Try.
A reserve in the region of 750 million barrels, say 200,000 barrels a day, maybe more.
How many more?
Until we sink further appraisal wells, it's difficult to say.
Well, doesn't the survey give any indication?
Surveys are rather like company balance sheets, Sir Charles. It depends which way you read them.
What's that, 200,000 barrels a day? Still a substantial amount.
What's on your mind?
The seismic survey shows a fault. Here's Sir Charles, right on the edge of our block. The field may end there.
But if it goes to the next block, here. Somebody else could be in business as well, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Triumph oil.
They've been sitting on top of it for over 5 years, and so far they've done nothing.
I believe they made a survey early on.
Obviously not very promising. But knowing Fraser, once he gets wind of our strike, that nose of his will start.
Surely they haven't got time to sink a well before their concession runs out.
I wouldn't bank on that.
Well, perhaps if you approach Triumph and try to work out something.
No. Triumph are not on their own in that concession. Lockdonald Securities own 30% of it. And Lockdonald Securities have just had a rough year. As soon as we get back, fix me a meeting with John Irvin.
Yes?
Mr. Fraser's meeting with Lockdonald Securities in Edinburgh. The helicopter's ready for takeoff.
Tell him I'll be right there.
He'll be down immediately.
Oh, Jean, the report on that survey is 2 days late. Tell Dawson I want it yesterday, not next week.
Yes, sir.
What time's my appointment with the Under-Secretary?
4:30, sir.
Put the car in at 4, will you?
Yes. You have a dinner appointment with Sir Hugh at 7:30.
Oh, cancel it. I can't afford to waste an evening getting boozed up with that old fool.
And a conference call with Nelson Drilling in California at 10 p.m.
Which is what their time?
2 in the afternoon.
Oh, vital, I mustn't miss that. I have a query over the latest rig charter agreement. Oh. Is Bob Patterson in Muirport at the moment?
Yes.
Try and get an appointment with him for lunch today. I shall be back from Edinburgh about 12:30.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Aye, they tell us it's all being done for our benefit. I call it desecration.
Do you want Fergus to take a photograph?
Aye. One for the front page.
How about a headline? Boomtown Muirport. Or, The Price of Progress.
I'll probably use both of them. Come on. I've seen enough for one day.
In a bad mood?
We'll have to see, won't we? I'm ready for a fight.
Well, there's going to be something to fight about.
We formed this consortium with Triumph Oil because we believe that you were anxious to exploit this oil field.
Oil field?
And as we own 30% of this block, it is my business...
What oil field?
It is my business to protect my shareholders' interests.
Our surveys did not indicate the presence of any oil-bearing sands in that area, as well you know.
Those surveys were made 5 years ago when we first formed this consortium. Survey techniques have improved since then. Your surveys are out of date.
You may not be aware that President Oil have made a substantial find less than 3 miles away.
Oh, yes, I know. They made a flare-off test 3 days ago. But no one yet knows what they found.
Well, my information is that they've discovered quite a rich oil field. And less than 3 miles away from the block this company's been sitting on for the past 5 years and doing nothing about.
Now, where would you get information like that, Mr. Roeves?
You'll just have to take my word for it that they've made a substantial find.
Do you mean that President Oil have approached you and offered to buy you out?
The concession runs out within 3 months. What would you do in our position, Mr. Fraser?
Oh, if I was in your position, I'd sell, but I'm not in your position. And my company, Triumph Oil, own 70% of that block, and if there is oil there, and I say if with a capital I owe it to my board to get that oil out of the ground.
With a deadline like 3 months, you expect us to put up, what, £600,000 towards the drilling costs?
Well, my company will be risking $1,400,000.
Well, in that case, if the well proves to be dry, we shall expect Triumph Oil to make good our losses.
Oh, I see. Heads you win, tails I lose. I'm sticking my neck out. You don't like the odds.
Who would you charter a drilling rig from? I take it you've got somebody in mind.
Oh, Nelson Drilling Company. As it happens, I have an appointment with them, Mr. Patterson, as soon as I go back to Muirport.
Could he actually promise you a rig?
We've worked together closely before. There'll be no trouble.
You can't pick up a rig at such short notice, and you can't sink a well before the concession runs out, and you know it.
President Oil must have made you a very attractive offer. What are they after? Cut price farm in or buy you out completely? And no mention of government approval. Very interesting. Oh, I see. President have managed to persuade you that you'll make a handsome profit on the condition that you'll guarantee that we sell out, and then they hope to pick up our share for peanuts. Well, it's just not on. This is a consortium, and that's the way it's going to stay.
You can't stop us from selling?
Oh, can't I? We're the majority shareholder. I'll block every move you make.
I don't like threats. You've just put your head in a noose.
I haven't got a rig. You must be crazy, Jim. We can't start drilling there in a week, and you know it.
We've got to.
I don't have a spare rig. Haven't got the manpower. Short of spares.
Tell me something I don't know.
Oh, waiter, we have the check, please. All this because President Oil run a flare-off test. Could mean nothing.
Oh, there is oil there. Otherwise, President Oil wouldn't offer to buy out Loch Securities.
Well, let's see. It costs $3.5 million to sink an oil well in the North Sea. And
stop telling me things I already know. And anyway, your figures are way out. My last well cost $4.75 million.
Well, it's your head in the noose, not mine. I'm the man that just hires you the rigs when I have them.
And I've got to have a rig on that block within a week.
Now I know you are out of your mind.
But you've got a rig here in Muirport. I saw it this morning.
Under repair. A month at least. Believe me, Jim, there isn't an oil rig to spare anywhere in the North Sea.
There's only one thing for it. I'll have to take a working rig off another block.
Oh, it's a long tow. Oh, thank you. And there is one other thing.
More good news.
Look, for a job like this, you're going to need a top man. Now, I've got a drilling superintendent coming from the States, but not for a month.
I need him now. And he better be good.
Wow. It sure beats Alaska. How you doing?
Oh, darling. For a whole week now, we've done nothing but lie around in the sun and drink tequilas. Listen to Mexican music in the evening and make love. Oh, we've got another 4 weeks of it.
It's absolutely immoral.
It's the first time since we've been married. The first time in 3 years.
3 years? We've been married 3 years?
You know it.
Oh, it seems like only yesterday. And you know
what
what
a
lousy
terrible day.
days. That'll probably be Joe again. You want to go down to the pool and have a drink with me?
I got a much better idea.
What's that? I'll tell him to drop dead. Forget it, Joe. My wife has a much better idea. Who? Oh, yes. CC, yo espero. Adonde?
It's overseas. Scotland.
We're not due there for another month yet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, hello? Yes, this is Frank Ward here. Yes, I'll hold on. Yeah, Bob Patterson. Oh, Nelson Drilling Company, yeah?
How did they know we were here?
I told them. Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
Look, I'll lay it on the line. We need you up here right now.
Oh, forget it. No way. I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I know. It's rough, and I shouldn't ask, but,
Well, then don't. Listen, I just spent 6 months in Alaska, freezing my bones. I figure I deserve this vacation.
Yeah, but Frank, we got a crisis.
Oh, don't you always?
Tell him to go take a running jump.
Listen, I'm not on your payroll until next month.
I know. And I promise you won't lose out on this. Special bonus plus a 20% raise in pay. Only be on the next plane.
Well, listen, Bob, it is not a question of money.
Look, Frank, this is the toughest assignment you've ever handled. Now, you pull it off, and we can forget about the past. So you'll be on the next plane out, okay?
I'll have to give it a little thought, Bob. I'll call you tomorrow.
He mentioned Venezuela.
Yep, he mentioned Venezuela. Yeah, they're not going to let me forget that, are they?
You made a mistake, darling. One mistake.
And hundreds of people suffering.
But you can't alter that. It's done. It's in the past.
Not for me.
The trouble is, Frank, when you put on a hair shirt, it fits both of us. So goodbye, Mexico. Hello, Scotland.
Fraser, I have a radio phone call for you. Hello? Hello, Newport. Station 212 here. I have Mr. Fraser here now.
Hello. Hello. Fraser, are you there?
Yes, Fraser here.
This is Atkins. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll leave you, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Atkins.
I just had John Irving on the phone for the last hour. Are you really going ahead with this drilling operation?
That is our intention, yes.
Well, he's breathing fire and brimstone. He wants me to step in and stop you.
Well, as operations manager of this area, it is my entire responsibility.
I'm glad you realize that. Do you think there is oil there?
No, we won't know until we try, will we?
Well, I've been looking at these seismic survey. It doesn't look too good to me. If that well is dry, this company is going to be £2 million out of pocket.
Would you rather sell out President Oil?
I just wish we had time to make another survey before committing ourselves.
Yeah, well, time is what we just don't have. I have run the surveys through the computer again, using our latest programming methods. They now look quite hopeful.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Fraser.
Yes, I... Thanks.
Oh, Bob, hadn't used those tucks yet.
Well, it hasn't been easy on such short notice, but 2 more on their way from Aberdeen.
Only 2? Is that the best you can do?
You're lucky to get them.
Well, what about that chap, the American?
Oh, I think he'll play ball. I'm expecting a call from him.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, how's it going?
Well, it's looking pretty good. Logging reports, core samples, all look... Well, let's just say I'm optimistic.
Good, because we're capping off and moving out.
Now, look, we're down 8,000 feet. Another month we'll be running a flare-off test. Look, every indication shows this could be a major find.
Well, if there's as much oil as you think there is, it'll keep. We've got 2 years left on this block. But we've only got 3 months left on this one over here.
Look, I've seen the surveys on that block. They're negative.
Then how do you explain the fact that President Oil are hoping to pump out 200,000 barrels of oil a day just 3 miles away?
And where did you get that information, Jim?
Ah, now you know better than us.
Oh, Mac, did you get my message?
Yeah, I did. 2 days' notice, eh?
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Still, not to worry. By the time those tugs arrive, we'll be capped off and ready to move.
It seems like everybody knows what's happening but me.
All I know, Mr. Hendricks, is that we are going to move. I'm no doubt we'll be told where and why in due course, I hope. After all, we only run this rig.
I want this rig over here and spudded in within a week.
Impossible, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, no such word, Mac.
Man, it would mean towing this rig about, what, 150 miles?
200.
Oh, 200 miles, eh? But a storm brewing up, too. Mr. Fraser, if you don't mind me asking, what's the rush?
Are you really interested in boardroom politics?
I'm just a tool pusher. What goes on behind the scenes, well, that's your concern. But with respect, I do know a daft thing when I see it.
It's madness.
Well, there is some good news, Mac.
About time. What is it?
Well, I think we got ourselves a new drilling superintendent.
Mr. Patterson, I've managed this rig for the past 6 months. I know I can handle this one on my own.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, Mac. It's just that we feel
Look,
like...
the North Sea is the most difficult sea in the world. Now, I don't want some outsider coming in and telling me how to run things out there.
He's worked all over the world. He's a top man in the business.
And our deadline is very critical.
In other words, you have more confidence in him than you have in me. Well, that's fine. That's just fine.
No, Mac, now listen, there's nothing personal.
Nothing personal. Well, I seem to think that there is.
Oh, there's one problem we can do with that.
Another couple of months would make all the difference. 1 month, even.
Well, I suppose I could ask the government for an extension of our concession.
Well, I would. You're just banging your head against a brick wall. You want to tow this rig 200 miles, spud in, drill down, what, 10,000 feet, strike oil. No supplies stockpiled, no pre-planning. All in 3 months with the worst of the weather closing in. Face it, Jim. It can't be done.
Oh. I hate to say this, Bob, but I'm afraid you may be right.
The government is not unsympathetic to your problems, but the country's need for oil is desperate. Our very survival is at risk, even more so than during the war. Now, if a company cannot or will not exploit the concessions it's been granted, then we may be forced to turn to other companies who are able and willing to do so.
Like President Oil, for
Now, I didn't say that, Mr. Fraser. These concessions were granted with one objective in mind: to get oil out of the ground as fast as possible, so that by the mid-1980s, this country would have an oil surplus. Well, that target has never changed.
Well, we have every intention of getting the oil out of that block, Mr. Wayman, but we do need additional time.
Are your views also the views of the other members of your consortium? What is it? The Loch-Donald Securities?
Well, the majority decision is that we should drill. 2 months would be more than adequate.
No, I'm afraid that's quite impossible, Mr. Fraser. Had the situation been different, I mean, had you already been drilling, for instance? In any case, if I were to put your proposal to the minister, I don't think it might be in your best interest.
How do you mean?
Well, I have an idea that Triumph Oil will be bidding for other blocks in the very near future. Wouldn't do to muddy up the water. Now, would it?
1 month.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fraser.
British Airways announced the arrival of their inter-Britain flight PE 8335 from London.
Hi, Frank Ward. I'm Bob Patterson. How are you?
Hi, this is my wife, Julie.
How are you? Jim Fraser, Triumph Oil.
Welcome to Scotland, Mrs. Ward.
Thank you, but is it always as cold as this here?
That's pushing it a little, isn't it?
That's why we sent for you, Mr. Ward.
That rig you got in dry dock, how long before it's repaired?
A month. But don't worry, we're pulling the rig off another block.
How far away is that from the area we have to drill?
200 miles.
This kind of weather, that's going to take some time, isn't it?
It'll be there in 5 days.
What about the crew?
Best men we have.
Good tool pusher?
Fine, fine.
What's the weather report?
Bad, I'm afraid.
It's not exactly the Muirport Hilton. What's the best we could do?
It's
Oh, it's fine. Fine. Compliments of Triumph Oil.
Let's christen it. Whiskey. Some bourbon. What do you have?
Oh, straight Scotch for me.
Right. The same for you, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, thanks.
Bob?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Julie.
Sorry.
Well, here's to success.
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 Yeah, success.
Well, Mrs. Ward, if there's anything we can do to make your stay here more comfortable, just let us know.
Thank you. Yes.
Muirport is not quite as grey and dull as it seems at first glance, Mrs. Ward.
No. I'm sure it isn't.
No. Well, I'll let you get settled in.
Another.
I'll have a car sent round first thing in the morning, Mr. Ward.
Frank. Name's Frank.
Yeah. We'll fly out to the rig.
Fine.
And don't forget, anything you want, anything at all.
Nice meeting you, Mrs. Ward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You coming, Bob?
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Good night, Bob.
Good night.
Oh.
Want another drink?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Will I go and start unpacking?
Here.
Thank you.
Not exactly what you imagined.
No. But then that's the trouble with imagination. It lets you down. I'll get used to it. Boy, am I tired after that flight.
You sure that's all it is? Oh, come on. Tell me the truth.
Honey, you got enough on your plate.
What do you want me to do, beat you up?
Well, halfway across the Atlantic. I thought, what are we both doing here? Where are we going? Middle East, Alaska, South America, Borneo. They all become one. We're gypsies, darling.
No roots, you mean?
Yeah. I didn't think it mattered, darling, as long as we had one another.
Had. Past tense.
Oh, no. I love you, Frank. But we're drifting apart, aren't we? I mean, I can feel it. And I'm scared, darling, because every new job you go to, I lose you. Just a little bit more.
And you'd rather I push the desk all day?
Maybe I'd settle for that. Maybe. Look, I said I'd come to Scotland, darling, and I'll try to make a go of it. But you asked for the truth.
Yes? How long have you felt like that?
Does it matter? Look, darling, I'm tired. I should have kept quiet.
Yes, it matters to me. How long?
6 months. Perhaps a little longer. Oh, darling, I really felt we needed that time in Mexico to get close again. Find out where we were going.
Don't you understand that this is my life?
Oh, I understand. And that's the trouble. Just your shadow, darling, and sometimes it doesn't seem to be enough.
Anchor secured, Nelson Ward.
Right, Eugenie, bring it in and rack it. McGraw to aft winch. Prepare to take in the slack as Eugenie comes in.
So.
Frederica 2, is your pennant boy up yet?
Come here aboard now, Nelson Ward.
Okay, see when you're ready to ship anchor.
Okay, Nelson Ward.
Well, Mac, I'd see the rig's nearly ready to move off.
Yeah, although if this rough weather keeps up, we'll be in for a rough tow.
This is Frank Ward, the new drilling superintendent. Ian McGraw here is the best tool pusher that Nelson Drilling has. You're in good hands.
Eugenie to Nelson Ward.
Glad to know you, Mac.
Your winch is taking in too fast.
Tell him to slow down, George, otherwise it'll part.
Anchor winch.
Okay, we get the message.
You know, I noticed you only have 2 tugs out there. In this kind of weather, you could do with more.
Yeah, well, you tell me where I can find one, and I'll be glad to take it.
Anchor winch to tool pusher. We've lost the cable.
Blast!
It's parted.
Tell him I'm coming up, George. See if anyone's injured.
Mr. McGraw, coming on deck.
He's been in salt charge this rig for nearly 6 months, and now you've been brought in.
Under pressure. Yeah. Well, I understand it. That's no problem.
Anchor winch.
We've got a long way to go.
Cable.
And in a
Not
hurry.
much of it left, George.
Why is all that hurry?
Oh, politics, concessions, opposition.
Is that from outside the company or inside?
Nelson Ward to Eugenie. Anybody hurt when the cable parted?
It's going to be a tough one.
Oh, it will be. And I'm going to warn you, Frank. I'll be sitting right in your back.
Well, that's fair enough. But I think we should get something clear. Yeah. All right? This rig is mine. Whatever happens on board, if we drill, case, shut down, that's my responsibility. Okay?
Frederica 2 to Nelson 1.
I think we both speak the same language, Frank.
You're on it, Anchor.
Go ahead, Frederica 2.
What part of the States are you from?
Texas. Born and bred in Houston.
Eugenie, repeat. Anyone injured?
That's our Texas, Frank. Mind you, it's much more difficult to get the oil out. Darn sight more costly, but if we make it, we might just get independent of those Arabs.
Eugenie here, Nelson 1. Coming in first.
I'd love to see.
Man injured. Man injured.
Okay, Eugene. We'll take care of him now.
How bad is he?
Smashed arm. He'll be all right. He didn't take the full force of it.
If he had, he'd been cut in half. He shouldn't have been on the deck in the first place.
I know that as well as you do, Mr. Ward. Okay, lads, get him inside. Get him inside.
Mr. McGraw.
Yeah, what is it, George?
Frederica 2, about to take her anchor aboard.
Tell her to go ahead. Stand by, forward winch. Okay, Frederica 2. Get your anchor racked as soon as you can.
Mac, with that anchor out, those tugs will never hold us.
We've only got the one anchor to lift. They'll hold.
Mr. McGraw, message from tugs. They're going to need help to hold us.
God's sakes, man, slip that anchor.
Okay. McGraw to stern winch. Release your brake. We're slipping the anchor. I'm coming up. Anchor chain's running out now.
Mac!
McGraw! McGraw! That supply ship! That supply ship is too close! Tell it to stand off!
My ship to stand off.
Ward, I know what I'm doing.
Maybe you do, but you're not going fast enough. If she doesn't know we've cut loose, we can drift down on her.
Nelson wants to McPherson. You'd better stand off. You're getting in too close. You only had one load to go.
Loading supplies in this weather, you must be out of your mind.
We were doing a snatch, man. I've done it hundreds of times.
Well, maybe you have, but this time you had a 40-knot wind blowing that supply ship down on us.
Look, mister, I reckon I know the North Sea better than you do. So if you're
She's
trying to
running
tell...
down on us. We're going to collide.
How bad is it, Mac?
I can't see from up there, Mr. Fraser. Perhaps the damage is below the waterline, but no sign of anything so far.
Well, as soon as the sea drops a little, get some divers down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see to that.
You told me he was your top man, didn't you?
Well, could have been worse. What's the damage? The cross member has a 6-foot dent about
You need any assistance,
8 feet below the waterline.
What?
One of the wells is split open.
What, a well? That means we're going to have to pull it into sheltered water.
And including the repair, how long is that going to take?
3 days, maybe 4. Okay, so I made a mistake.
Well, that's okay, Mac. We all make mistakes. We all do.
Well, the trouble is that, well, this one...
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. All right. Say we were sputted in by the 16th. Could you hold off the board of directors till then?
Can you do it?
Yeah, I can try.
The price of progress is pollution. Profit for international oil companies means profiteering for the few, poverty for many others. Now, how does that sound?
Strong,
Good.
but not wholly accurate.
Not wholly accurate.
There are thousands of people who've never had it so good since the oil people came to Scotland. Pubs, hotels, shops...
All right, I'm coming to that. Boomtown Muirport. Boomtown Muirport, as it's called, since the coming of the oil bonanza, is typical of many similar coastal seaports in the north of Scotland. Once a peaceful fishing village with a flourishing herring industry. Its landscape is now scarred with giant machinery, its coastline gouged with pipeline equipment. This paper speaks not only for Muirport, but for all the tiny seaports of northern Scotland whose coastlines have been turned into industrial eyesores by North Sea oil companies with a cynical disregard for...
have been turned into industrial eyesores.
Have been turned into industrial eyesores by North Sea oil companies with their cynical disregard for the traditions and peaceful ways of life of the inhabitants. Our seaport and our coastline has become a vast depository of monstrous equipment. Property prices have soared far beyond the reach of the local inhabitants. In other words, no, look, tell you what, read that last wee bit back again, will you, Shona?
Our seaport and our coastline has become a vast depository for monstrous equipment. Property prices have soared far beyond the reach of the local inhabitants. In other words... Editorial. Yes. It's the harbour master. Yes, he's right here.
Alistair, so what's your problem? The what? No. Thank you for telling me. I'll be down there right away. Our oily friends have just completely ruined 2 trawl nets.
How have they managed that?
By leaving their anchors behind them. No thought for the fishermen. They just come waltzing up here. Think they own the whole North Sea. You can type that later.
what? 3,000 pounds of the net ripped to pieces. What happened here? We were trawling over a bit where one of the rigs had been. Normally good fishing.
How
there.
are we to know they just dumped their anchors in the seabed?
Ah, the men are angry, Mr. Gallagher. Oh, they were right to be. I know for the first time. They're making a scrapyard of it out there.
Them and that blasted oil.
We've a living to make too, you know.
And we're making a living for years before the oil men came.
Mr. Fraser! Mr. Fraser. I think you know who I am.
Frank, this is Mr. Gallagher, our local crusading newspaper editor.
Oh, glad to know you.
I wish I could say the same.
What's on your mind today, Mr. Gallagher?
The rig you've just moved, left behind its anchors. They've torn up 3,000 pounds worth of fishing nets.
Well, how do they know they didn't rip up those nets on some old wreck? There's enough of them out there.
They were trawling over the same ground where the rig had been.
Are they sure they were that far?
You know, it's a good thing you weren't down at the dockside when they came in. They were in a pretty rough mud. Or is it just that you don't care about the lives of ordinary, decent men whose families have fished out of this port for hundreds of years?
Do you really want to know what I think?
I'd be happy to print it.
Then go ahead and print this. Before the oil industry came, Muirport was a forgotten ghost town industrially. Apart from a few fishermen, the rest were either unemployed or earning low wages. Now, we've changed all that. High wages and full employment. We've brought prosperity to this town. Frankly, you've never had it so good, so I don't know what you're griping about. And if we have ripped a few nets, well, I'm sorry.
Sorry? Is that all? What about you, Mr. Ward?
Nothing to do with me. I'm here to do a job, that's all. But I understand your concern.
The only thing you understand is getting oil out of the ground, no matter what the cost. I mean, look at all this. This is what price we have to pay for your profit. Mechanical junkyard. You know, I remember this bay when folks used to bring their bairns here for a day at the seaside.
Mr. Gallagher, oil is Scotland's new industry, whether you like it or not. Oh, yes, it's an eyesore. But once the oil starts flowing ashore, you won't even know we've been here. Except you'll all be a darn sight richer.
What about the fishermen down at the quay, their nets torn apart? What will I tell them?
Oh, tell them to send us the bill.
We get a lot of that. Politics, ecology. Leave Scotland as it was 100 years ago. Let the tourists enjoy it.
I can see his point.
Oh, so can I. So we leave Scotland untouched, forget there's millions of barrels of oil out of the North Sea. What then? Let the Arabs take over the economy.
Well, you've got to admit, oil is ugly.
I know.
You're not worried by some small-town editor, are you, Mr. Fraser?
That small-time editor, as you call him, talks for a lot of Scotsmen.
Darling, I didn't hear you come in. Hello. Oh, lovely. Oh, how long have you been watching me?
Oh, you're doing a great job, kid. That's a great job. Like central heating.
No central heating.
Yeah, well, I get some electric heaters organized tomorrow.
Well, we're going to need plenty. No wonder the Scots are tough. This house is like an icebox. Hungry?
Starved.
I've got steak.
That's great. Let's have a drink first. Get a chance to look at the town.
Yes.
You didn't like it.
Well, it's grey. And grim. It's as if it's trying to merge in with the sea, really.
You've got a touch of the blues. That'll cheer you up. Oh, come on, honey. I know Muirport isn't the greatest place in the world, but we'll manage. It's not for long, and after that we can...
Go back to Mexico.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Sure, kid, why not? Come on. I want to hear all about your trip.
My trip?
Yes.
Well, I started out by having an argument with the tool pusher. Then the rigs got damaged so badly they're pulling it back into the harbor for repairs, which is really great, isn't it? I dropped an anchor that tore up fishermen's nets. And today, at the end, I made a complete enemy of the local newspaper editor. Now, that's not too bad for starters, is it?
I'm sorry, darling. I just rattled on. Frank, why do you always get the impossible ones? Honestly, darling, I thought that after Venezuela...
That was on the debit side. I have to balance it up with the left credit.
Do you honestly believe that it can be done in 3 months?
I think they're out of their tiny British minds.
Well, then tell them so, darling. For pity's sake, tell them so.
No. Because I said that I would do it. And that's what I aim to do.
Well, the underwriters say she's fit for the sea.
I hope they're right. This kind of weather, how long before she's on base?
3 days.
We're a week behind already.
I know. You said you could be spotted in by the 16th. Well, my buses are flying up tomorrow. I intend quoting you.
I'll bet you do.
It seemed to me that Mr. Fraser's rather overstepped himself. These decisions should have been taken at board level.
It was on my authority. Perhaps you care to spell out the exact situation, Fraser?
Certainly. The rig is now on its way to the drilling area and should be in position in 2 days. Nelson Drilling have brought in a highly qualified man from the States, especially for this operation. With any luck, we should have spudded in by the 16th.
With any luck?
Oh, we all need that, Mr. Bateson.
16th, you say?
Yeah.
Not too long to wait.
Can Mr. Fraser guarantee that in the 12 weeks left before our concession expires, he'll have drilled the well?
With respect, Mr. Bateson, only a fool expects guarantees where the North Sea is concerned.
Really? Well, personally, I think it might have been a good idea to let John Irvine sell his percentage and do the same ourselves.
Mr. Bateson, if we strike oil...
You have asked the government for an extension of time.
No, they refused point
You
blank.
don't seem to have much faith in your chances either.
Very well. You have until the 16th to start drilling.
And if I make it?
And I rather take it we're committed.
Yes, to £2 million.
Somebody had to make a decision. I've made it.
Let's hope it's the right one, Fraser.
we doing?
We're doing fine. There we are, and another 24 hours, we'll be right on station.
Oh, great. That's the best news I've had in days.
Okay, George. Weather's showing no signs of easing up.
Yeah, well, the Met forecast said the winds would be dying out during the night.
Well, good, because tomorrow's the 16th, and I want us anchored out by then.
If we can get her on station, and if we can get her anchored.
Nothing like being positive, Mac.
Man, I'm being practical. There's a force here blowing out there.
Well, it's not going to blow forever, is it? So let's have something standing by.
It's already standing by.
That's my responsibility. We're moving forward. That's what's important.
Gene, get on to Cameron in the morning. Check up on those dams a little bit.
Mr. Fraser's office here. Yes? Oh, the Met office. Yes. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. There's no sign of the storm subsiding yet.
Already, it's the 16th. I don't think we're going to make it. Yeah. Oh, it's you, Mrs. Ward. No, I'm afraid I haven't heard from Frank yet. Well, I expect, like me, he's got rather a lot on his mind just now. Well, he does have a deadline to meet, you know.
And they lived happily ever after.
Okay. This is where we are now, right here. And that's the station, about 2 miles due north.
Great. We'll make it.
Hey, Frank, you're not planning to drop anchors in this gale, are you?
You bet your boots.
Ah, you're mad. That's the North Sea out there, not the Caribbean.
All right, Mac, all right. Frank, Mac's an experienced man.
I've already told him that we should heave to until the gale subsides.
And lose 24 hours. We're almost there at the moment.
So what does it matter if we lose a couple of days?
It matters to me.
He's risking all our lives.
Frank, if we got hit by a big wave with only a couple of anchors out, we could be in real trouble.
You flew me over here to do a job, didn't you? Are you going to let me get on with it?
Your way, Frank.
McGraw, have the crew standing by to drop the aft anchors. This is where we are now, Bob. And that blip, that's our station. As soon as those two blips are together, we're directly on station. And I'll buy you both a drink.
Mr. Patterson, before it's too late.
Stand by with the aft winches. All right, Mac, aft anchors, go!
Tugs have been held like dogs on a leash. They can crouch, too.
You seem to forget that #1 tug is towing us by our anchor cable. It's the whole point of this exercise. Stand by with the aft winches.
I've got aft winches. Stand by.
#1 tug. Wait till I tell you. Let go of anchor. Now. Take up the slack of the forward winches. Take up the slack of the forward winches.
She's slipping. She's no hauling.
Right. Now we can think about the other anchors.
They're in position and anchor down. Oh, that's great. Has the weather calmed down out there yet? It has. Yeah. Look, next time they come to the line, tell them to give Frank Ward a message from me, will you? Tell him there's a big bottle of champagne waiting, and he's a lucky son of a... No, on second thoughts, I'll tell him that myself.
Yeah, same to you, Jim. What? No, your timing's perfect. We're spudding in right now. Yeah, I've just about had it. See ya.
Said the 16th, and we did it.
It's not the end, Bob. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, but it's the end of the beginning. Come on, you ready?
Yeah. It's all yours, Jack.
I think you were lucky.
Well, I don't base my life on luck. Neither should you. It might run out on you.
Prestwick? That's 200 miles away. What time did she leave?
I don't know. All she said that she's going to leave the car at Prestwick Airport.
I've checked round, sir. Mrs. Ward booked a flight to New York, leaving at 5 p.m.
New York?
Yes.
Well, it's 3 o'clock now. You can never make it by road. Listen, I'll see if I can get you a helicopter. I'll warn a pilot.
Thanks.
Bill, look, can you do me a small helicopter, take one passenger to Prestwick?
Excuse me,
It's rather urgent.
But have you not forgotten? The car we hired for Mr. Ward has a telephone in it.
Julie? Julie?
Over on the left there's Balmoral Castle. We're not far from Loch Lomond. Surely you've heard of that.
It'll just get us to the airport.
Will passengers for flight number 345 for New York go to departure gate 5?
Julie, what is all this? Will you answer me? What do you think you're doing?
I'm going home, Frank.
Home? Home? Where's that?
Oh, it's just about it, isn't it?
Now, you listen to me.
You listen to me. You listen to me. I can't take the being left alone anymore. The strange houses, the strange countries. I'm very sorry because I've tried. Go back to your oil rig, darling, and when you're through making holes in the ground, we'll be in. I've had it, darling. I've had it!
Listen, another 12 weeks, that's all. Done anything you like, I swear.
You're an oil man, darling. You love every minute of it. You always will.
What's all I know? You want me to be a desk clerk? What kind of a life would that be?
Well, what kind of a life is this?
Okay. You win. After this, no more. I swear, no more. But after this, I've got a job to do and I'm going to finish it. But if you go through that gate right now, then we're finished. You understand that? Huh? Is it any good telling you that I love you? Huh? 3 months. 3 months, I swear.
Oh, and then?
Anything that you say.
Oh, I don't want to push you around, darling.
I know that.
It's just that I can't take any more.
I know.
Look, this is your life.
Julie.
I didn't want to be one of those wives who tell their husbands what to do, darling.
Come on now. Come on.
I'm sorry. I do. I'm sorry. I do love you.
You know, this Scotland is really a beautiful place. Why don't we go back by way of Balmoral Castle and Loch Lomond?
Do you know something, darling? You could always be a salesman.